why do polyamorous people all look like that?
No, because what do you mean by that?
The reason why all poly people look the same to you is because they have the aura of a person that genuinely doesn't give a about what you think.
Or about hygiene, or about showering.
What is like finding your next date as an open couple?
Hey, my partner and I saw you from across the bar, and we were just wondering if you wanted to play Pirates and Mermaids?
Having to leave my partner of 6 years because they didn't support me coming out as polyamorous. I would assume that's the risk you're gonna take, right? So there is a really funny development on TikTok right now, which follow me. I'm back on TikTok. If you didn't know, Blaire White official, go, please. But what I saw now that I'm back on TikTok is everybody roasting polyamorous people and asking the question, why do polyamorous people all look like that?
Why do people in open relationships always look like that? I'm being very non-specific here, but
No, because what do you mean by that?
And then I realized they all do look like that. And you don't have to, you know what I'm saying. So I thought today we would specifically look at polyamorous TikTok because I have been on this side of TikTok for about a week now. And it's the most cringe, the grossest, and also a bit fascinating, but we're going to dive in today. This is polyamorous TikTok. Girl, you are not defeating the allegations. How the hell are you gonna walk up on here? It'd be like somebody making a video about how Blaire White's secretly a reptilian, and then I come on to debunk it wearing this. It wouldn't really be doing the thing I think it's gonna do. They really do all have that. I think it's the fluoride stare, like I said earlier. Because that's the thing. They think that they're very much alternative, but what they really are is just so in the matrix, which has convinced them to give in to their most beast-like desires, which is just to fuck as many people as they want. I'm just going to say they are most definitely operating in their lower self, which is gluttony, right? And the look, right? Because here's the thing about ugly people. And I have to be just so honest. And this is a point in ugly people's favor. So don't think I'm just bashing ugly people, because I am, but I'm giving you a bone too. Calm down. The thing about being ugly is it's a choice. I almost said like being gay, just to... I actually don't think gay is a choice. I just wanted to say something inflammatory. Can I live? But ugly is a choice, right? Unlike being gay. Ugly is a choice, and what I mean by that is half the time, if you point to what makes someone ugly, you'll be able to pinpoint certain things, like they're just very inflamed and like moon-faced because they've been eating a lot of salt, or like, you know, they don't just go on walks and go outside, so they're very pale, right? They're a mouth breather, so they have no chin, no jaw. It's things like that, and those things come down to choices. There are so many things you can do outside of plastic surgery or treatments or anything that enhance your physical appearance. Most of them have to do with hygiene, right? So when it comes to ugly people, even though I'm always roasting them, I don't actually see that many ugly people out in the world. I see a lot of very average looking people. And then on the other spectrum, you have, you know, a smaller percentage of people that are in that very attractive category. And then you have another equally kind of niche category of truly ugly people, which is still always subjective, but there's not that many people that are really like ugly to me. There's people that look like nothing and are just like average and boring or whatever. That's most people, but I feel like to be ugly, you got to make a lot of choices to be ugly like that. And most of them are very easily fixable.
Fix yourself and fix your face, okay?
Hey, my partner and I saw you from across the bar, and we were just wondering if you wanted to play Pirates and Mermaids, Swashbucklers and Sirens, Sailors and Divers. Let us know, because you cute.
I want to shed this skin right now. I want to truly be in my reptilian bag and just crawl out of my skin, because that was the most embarrassing thing I may have ever seen. And just like the other one, you know, you can see some similarities. They're just very pale. This is just straight with extra steps and more gluttonous because you're looking for a third person. It's just crazy. It's crazy. You guys know very well that one of the things that drives me absolutely nuts about the current landscape is the rampant censorship and stories getting buried deep or manipulated based on who's covering them. Which brings me to a recent story I found on Ground News. At an inauguration prayer service, a pastor asked Trump to, quote, have mercy on transgender kids and immigrants. The Daily Show crows Trump gets a lecturing in a church, which is, of course, vague, it's emotional. On the flip side, the right runs with have mercy on gays and poor immigrants, quote, Bishop to Trump. He responds. There's obviously bias in the other direction. It's blunt, it's loaded, it's leaning hard into the culture war. So same story, but totally different vibes. And that's why I love Ground News, because it lets me cut through the bias and see what's really up. Oh, and the story also is covered mostly by right-wing outlets. If you're on the left, you could have very easily not even seen it. And that is where the Ground News feature called Blind Spot comes into play. This feature flags stories like this one so that you're not trapped in some echo chamber or oblivious to what's going on simply because of the bias who's reporting it or not reporting it. Ground News is honestly a game changer for me. I use it daily and I can't recommend it enough. I know you'll love it. And right now you can snag 40% off of their Advantage plan with my link, of course, at ground.news/BWP. Or you can scan the QR code on the screen.
I think I like this little life. This little life. I think I like this little life.
I feel like such a grade A hater right now. I feel like a hater. Cause I mean, they're happy. I for sure have never made a damn TikTok that happy. So maybe there's something to it. But it's just, they really do have a look. Just as many partners, as much food. And I could just never do it. It's like, I don't even share food. I'm big on that. I don't even share food. Don't ever ask me for food that's on my plate. Don't ever reach, God forbid you reach over. I don't share food. So I look like sharing a man. It's not going to happen.
The reason why all poly people look the same to you is because they have the aura of a person that genuinely doesn't give a fuck about what you think.
Or about hygiene. Or about showering.
Instead of asking, why do all poly people look the same? What if we asked ourselves, what do all poly people have in common? And the answer
Not
to
showering.
that is rejection of social norms.
Being greedy as hell. And I'm not going to say they're sex offenders, but I am sexually offended.
When they don't give a fuck about what you think, about how they look and what their appearance is.
They don't give a fuck. They don't care about what anyone thinks about their appearances, but they are responding in droves to people making fun of their appearances. I don't know if that's really hitting.
What is like finding your next date as an open couple? So I have a series of people that I have matched with on Tinder, and we are going to pick and select.
With my opinion included. I just want to, sorry. He looks good, he looks athletic, but I just feel like you could get really worn out again.
Huh? He did not say you might get too worn out again. This is demonic. You know what it is? Maybe this is just my sterilized tranny self talking right now, but I'm going to talk, right? That's what you're here for. You click the video for me to talk. I feel like people just care about sex too much. I feel like people are just too into it. People find the weirdest ways to do weird what are we doing? Why do you both have purple hair? People just be caring about sex too much. Half the time the people I respond to on this make me never want to have sex ever again. This is just nasty. You might get worn out again. What? I think it's more of a humiliation thing. That's the vibe I'm getting. Having to leave my partner of 6 years because they didn't support me coming out as polyamorous. I would assume that's the risk you're gonna take, right? I mean, what's that gotta do with your partner? To cry like that reeks of something unexpected and tragic, not entirely expected and likely. Oh my God, this is demented.
So before I leave to go to work,
Yeah.
I give my wife a kiss. My other wife, she was a little busy. So they cry when I leave. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back.
First of all, the tongue made me want to die. We have to fix the food. We have to fix the water. We have to fix case 1. Case 2, 3, and 4 right here. What is that? And I'm going to need, now that we got a new administration, I actually am going to need somebody to look at and regulate what the fuck is going on with the hair dye. Because the fact that every single person in this video has colorful hair is not lost on me, right? It's not lost on me. And so I'm just wondering, maybe it's a bit far-fetched and y'all can pretend like what I'm saying is crazy, but you're putting that right up on your scalp, inches away from that brain. I don't know. Something's going on. If it's not the hair dye, it's definitely Satan. So whatever take you want to go with, both have to be defeated.
It all started when my mom met my dad, and they fell in love, and they had me. Hi, I'm Ryan, and my life, it's kind of crazy.
How are you a woman with a man bun? I've never seen one on a woman because it's inherently going to look just like a woman's updo. You are the first woman I've seen give man bun, and that's an accomplishment. You're an innovator for that. Look at God. I don't know. They're probably fine. I mean, they're probably not hurting anybody, but please just don't have kids. Because that's the other demented part about it, is that they have kids when they do this.
We have 3 dads!
I'm Daddy Mark.
I'm Daddy Moke. I'm Daddy Tom.
We have a fabulous life together.
And for me, you know, I'm not saying that like my life with a mom and dad was perfect because something happened. But imagine if there was like a third Zer parent involved. Like, I just think it would have been worse. It would have been worse. Get it together. And what is that Illuminati ass shirt? Oh, you were paid for this, weren't you, Trick? That is a one world government ass shirt. Yeah. You're living in the new world order now, sweeties. All right, I've had enough. I've reached my limit. I'm done. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok now at Blaire White Official. Follow me on X and Instagram at MS Blaire White, Ms. Blaire White. Because y'all want to say that because Trump's in office, I'm now Mr. Blaire White. Not quite, not quite. I still have that handle. Follow me. Subscribe to this channel as well as my main channel. Follow this podcast on Spotify. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Blaire White Mother Effing Project. Mwah.